everybody, welcome to another episode of Superpower Review, the show that brings you news and reviews on comic book related things. As always, I'm your host, Kevin Vidini, and today we're going to be doing another statue review. Today's episode is going to be on the new statue by Diamond Select Toys, and it's on Wolverine today. Before we get to the statue, let's start by looking at the box, shall we? As usual, it's a big window box, anything special. Big Wolverine logo on the bottom there. It says PVC Diorama statue. We got the Marvel logo and the gallery statue. And you can already tell how much I paid for the statue. Side window boxes, side window. And on the back, we get a image of this statue. Looks really cool on the back over there. And then on the side here, you get a little bit of a brief description about your favorite character, Wolverine. So nothing any special, it's just a box. So let's start with the statue now, shall we? All right, so on the statue, we get a brown-suited Wolverine. And I absolutely love brown-suited Wolverine. It's my favorite costume for Wolverine. If I'm reading any comic books with the brown-suited Wolverine, or if I'm buying a statue, it's always a real treat. It's one of my favorite. Nothing against the yellow and blue costume. I love that one too. But on this statue, we get a pretty big base, bigger than normal. It's height-wise. I would have to say that the base is half of the height of the whole statue. The statue stands at 9 inches tall, but he's just kind of crouching down on a cliff here. Really reminds me of the first Wolverine limited series story. It really brings me back to there. He's crouching down. He's got his claws popped out. Rather, he's going to go into battle, or he'll probably just slash somebody, or maybe both, possibly. Really cool sculpt. Again, these Diamond Select Toys statues are making me broke. There's a nice shot of the base there. I think this one came out last week. I was hesitant to buy it because if you look at this claws here, and I think I got a pretty good one. Most of these claws that you see on these statues are rather bent, just like your normal Wolverine toy. They're rather bent and they're not straight, so that becomes a problem, but I think I got a pretty good one. If you look on the bottom one here, it's not as lined as the other ones. It should maybe be right there. That's my OCD kicking in. But it's not too much of an issue. But I've been seeing some where you don't know which hand is going to be messed up. Some claws are even way more spread out than normal. So my advice to you, if you're going to get this statue, don't pre-order it. Don't pre-order the Diamond Select Toy statues. Don't buy them online because you might get one sent to you with some messed up claws, and that'll put a damper on your day. So I highly suggest that you look for these in stores, buy it in stores, and I buy these statues from a local shop, so to give them the money, and then I can also look at my statue. Now. This one, some of these Diamond Select Toys, if you watched my last episode on Venom, mine definitely had some paint application issues. The paint applications on these statues are pretty superb. They're pretty nice. And I don't have any issues with this one. This one's actually painted pretty clean. If I wanted to make any of a fuss, and it's really not that big of a deal, you can't see it on screen, but if you look at the top of his head, there's kind of there's some black on the yellow part where there shouldn't be, but you really have to look at it really close in order to tell. So probably one of the main issues if you're going to buy this statue is claws and maybe possibly paint issues. But mine seems to be okay. I think I got a good one, guys. I really looked at him pretty well, and he looks to be okay. If you're going to buy this statue, this one's a little bit on the cheaper side. It will cost you about $40 to $45. Not bad. Not a bad price for a statue like this. It's made out of PVC. Like I've said in my previous videos, they're not cheap statues, or they're not made cheap, but they are a really nice statue for the height, for the detail, for the sculpt. Not bad for $45 to $50, and you get a really cool piece. I'm pretty excited about this one because I've been looking for a really cool Wolverine statue, and I finally got one. This is my first Wolverine statue, and I'm pretty happy with it. But I think he's really cool how he's crouched down, a little bit different. You know, he's not standing. You know, I think like every generic Wolverine statue, you see him like standing, and like he's got like his arms crossed, and you know, it's a little bit different. So if I would have to give this statue a review using or a grade using the CGC comic book grades, I would give this one a 9.4. I just some things I think I would like to see a little bit different. I think I would like to see less base and more Wolverine. Like I said in the beginning of the episode, like the base is about half of the statue, and I feel like there's a little more base than actual Wolverine. So I think if we got like maybe a smaller base, if the base was like maybe like cropped out to like, I don't know, maybe like up to here or maybe even here, I don't know. I'd say maybe up to here. If we had like a cropped out base and a bigger Wolverine, I think I would have been a little bit happier with that. But, you know, not that big of a complaint. And again, I got a good one. Claws are pretty straight, and paint apps are pretty good. So when you go look for this statue, make sure you really give it a good look. I know some of these are mostly in the box, but I got lucky. Mine was in a glass case. I got to tell someone, ask someone if I could take a look at it, and I did, and I got lucky, and it looked good, so I took it home. Pretty cool statue. So I'm pretty pumped about this one. First Wolverine statue. Would like to get more Wolverine statues because, you know, he is my favorite X-Men, my favorite mutant, and he's just so gnarly. I just love the attitude. And that's another thing that's great about this statue. It depicts Wolverine's attitude very well. He's snarling, he's crouched down low, and he's ready to mess you up. So, all right, guys, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. This statue is highly recommended, and I suggest you picking it up, especially if you're a huge Wolverine fan. If you like today's episode, make sure you give it a like. And if you like to suggest a review that you'd like to see me review, you can always email the show at superpowerreview9@gmail.com, or you can leave your comments in the comment section below. Thanks for watching this episode. Make sure you like the video and subscribe if you would like to see more from the channel. See you guys later.